Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome. I just have a quick thought for you. Yesterday, I was driving on La Cienega. I was driving home from work, which those of you guys that know, that's what I do for work. I drive, and I was on La Cienega headed towards the 405 South, right? Because I was going home, and to the right of me was this guy just stopped in the middle of traffic because this guy and his girlfriend or wife or whatever, maybe just his friend, jumped right out in front of him and got in front of him and started hitting his car. And so immediately when I saw that, I tried to make a U-turn, which I did, which is really hard to do on La Cienega. And I turned around because I wanted to see what was going on there. I wanted to check it out, see if I could help in any way. And you know, I'm not saying this to puff myself up or to say that I'm the best fighter or that I'm even the strongest, but I did feel an obligation to, as an American citizen, to at least see what was going on and see if I needed to act. But I was able to turn around, and so I did. And by the time I got there, they had completely dispersed. Like they just, you know, evaporated, and the guy just moved on with the rest of his night. I'm not exactly sure what happened or why. I mean, it doesn't really make any sense to me, to be honest. The first thought that comes to mind is maybe they were pissed off that the guy almost ran them over, but why would you just jaywalk right in the middle of La Cienega where people are going 65 miles an hour in the middle of rush hour? Like like should you, do you have a right to be pissed off about that? No. And of course, in a backward state like California, that guy would have probably gotten manslaughter charges, even though they acted completely, you know, irresponsibly and decided to jaywalk right in the middle of La Cienega in rush hour. Or it could have been something else. I don't know. Maybe they already knew the guy. Maybe they have some kind of history, and so that's why they acted violent towards him. But regardless, I felt a responsibility to myself to at least see what their deal was. But most other people just continued. They just continued to they just continued to drive home, you know, or go and do whatever it is that they were going to do. Maybe they saw what happened, you know, maybe they glanced at it a little bit and were entertained by it, but they didn't do anything. When they know that they could have, you know. And look, I've been guilty of this too. You know, I've been a coward. I've saw something similar to that happening, and for whatever reason decided to look the other way. I don't know, maybe because I was scared or because I didn't want to get into any kind of confrontation with someone that could potentially be dangerous. But if you see something, say something or do something, because I think that's been lost on our society lately. In our country especially, we have a moral obligation to our neighbors, to our citizens, regardless of whether if we know them or not, or if we're close to them. You know, I just wanted to point that out. I think the more that we continue to do this to ourselves, I think the worse it's going to get, and that's not setting a good example for. It's definitely not setting a good example for people that want to be better, but it certainly doesn't set a good example for children, you know, because kids are going to see that too. You know, kids are going to see other guys just moving on and, you know, continuing to drive and not getting out of their car and doing anything. And they're going to automatically take that in and assume that that's normal. Like that's how a normal functioning adult lives his or her life. And we got to be better than that. And you don't have to be the strongest. You don't have to be the best. You don't have to have all the money. You don't have to like, but if you truly believe in, if you truly consider yourself as a virtuous human being, and that you want to see, and that you want to see people do better, and that you want to see people happier and more, and less traumatized, then it's like the saying goes, right? Actions speak louder than words. And we're seeing very, very less of people taking action nowadays, and it's continuing to get worse. So anyway, guys, just wanted to ramble. I just wanted to rant a little bit, but I hope you liked this episode. I hope it made sense. I know I'm saying a lot. I'm gonna try and stop that. I'm gonna try and get that under control, but I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you did, share it with your friends and your family. Subscribe to me on YouTube at Collectively Fearless. Follow me on Instagram at @Manny_ice. And then if you guys are looking for a really great pre-workout, perhaps to make you into a tough motherfucker and someone that can actually fight somebody if you need to, go check out OSNAP in the link tree in my bio. We got a lot of great products. Go check them out. I guarantee you guys won't regret it. Now, as always, I got to get out of here, but until tomorrow, I will see you guys again soon.